Hey,
Oh, hi.
you're back.
I'm back in the land of the living.
Back from the nether regions of Europe,
Yes, sir.
in the cathedrals and in all the awesome places.
And wine.
Yeah, lots of wine. What you got there? You got a Star Wars comic book on your can.
Yes.
That's cool.
If anybody's looking for one, Igloo is selling these for $20 right now. It's like it's like one of those vacuum sealed cups
That's
with
cool.
a little pop top on it, and they're only $20. Igloo's
What's
selling
the story? What's the story on it?
it. I haven't read it yet, to be honest with you. Yeah, I just
Look like a Wookiee.
I got it home and I'm like, and I popped it open. And I was messing around with it. I just filled it up with water, and yeah.
That's cool. Right on. Well, welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
How's it feel to be back in your room?
It's a trip, honestly, man. It was a little bit kind of like walking back into the Falcon after all those years and firing it back up. I was like, oh, got to hit all the power strips and hit the clapper and get the lights going. It's like, I'm back.
Good. Well, welcome back, everybody. Everybody in the chat. Let's welcome our friend back with a nice round of applause. This is his first time on Face after being on his little sabbatical.
Yes, a pilgrimage.
Yes. So you won your big thing, huh? You won the Tournament of Champions, huh?
I did.
The pictures were cool. I'm sure everybody's looking forward to you putting a little piece together.
Yeah, I might do something. I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for the he had a wedding photographer during the tournament, so I'm sure his pictures are awesome.
Yeah,
nailed the archery tournament, man. Got some hits in on the long sword, and then won the sword, the spear and shield. So
that's cool, man. That's some cool stuff to go get to experience with family and friends and wife and all that fun stuff. So that's good. So you have
I had to lug my 60 pounds of chainmail back in my carry-on. So
really?
That was not fun. No.
That's so yeah, you were trugging along some stuff on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. Got the friends in there, got some Bayou, got some Matt Cave. What's going on, Matt? Hey, he knows these guys. We'll see these guys tomorrow. Got Bonnie Christie, Mr. Webbin, who talked earlier, and the Padawannabe is here. Jacob. So you didn't let your brother win.
No. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not.
Come on, no brothers.
No, that's not how we work.
Yeah, it's the Knight's Tale. Do you have some schnitzel?
I wish we could have. I had no schnitzel, but to be fair, I was only in Germany for like 2 days. So
yeah. That's awesome. You got some new hat. I saw your new hat from Star Wars or Star Wars Land Paris.
It's just Disneyland Paris. They don't have a like a Galaxy's Edge yet, and their Star Wars stuff was so disappointing.
Oh, well, at least you found something you could get into.
Yeah, there were 2 items because when you walk out of Star Tours, they have the little gift shop. I was pooping myself excited to get into that gift store, and I get in there, and there was almost nothing, and I was looking forward to doing a live stream. I was looking forward to doing like a live stream, being like, look at all this Star Wars merch, and spending way too much money and thinking like, how am I gonna get all this in my bag?
Yeah, we might just have to orchestrate a West Coast California Galaxy's Edge experience.
Yeah, give me a little bit of time.
Suck it up and gather all the West Coast homies in Anaheim for a day.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, why not? I mean, COVID's at a point where it's like, I'll wear a mask. I don't care. I'm not afraid of it. I just got my firmware updated in my Biden chip. So my firmware is updated. I got the latest 2.0 in my firmware, so I'm good to go.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, why not? We'll call Kat and the Ewoks. They're all out there.
That's right. Yeah, Alex has been talking about. He just got like a hype house down there.
Yeah. So maybe we'll go have to set up a studio out there and take all the cameras I can get my little mitts on, and do some West Coast stuff, and then maybe do some videos from Disney.
I'm with it.
Might be time to do that. Maybe coming closer to the new year. Maybe we'll just have to see what's a good time, but why not?
You got to give me a minute to recoup my.
No, that's why I said in a little bit, not like tomorrow. Like, take your time. You got to get back to work. You got to figure out what work is again.
Yeah, we had like 2 of our guys leave while I was gone. I guess that just like not having my smiling face in the morning. They're like, you know what? I can't deal with this job anymore. I'm out.
You know, it's sometimes people don't realize how much slack you pull until you take a break. So
it's too much for them.
You know, these guys are like, did you drink some real mead?
I did. My brother had his wedding in like a 14th century castle.
That's cool.
They brought out like the Hippocras spiced wine and all that stuff. Super cool.
Yeah, see, everybody's down for a meetup. Let's forget about the Paris Disney. It was cool to experience, but we'll have to get you in a Falcon and straight away.
XWING. Oh wait, no, that's right. They have the Millennium Falcon right out there.
Yeah, they have the Falcon right, so we have to get you.
I will say though, the French did Hyperspace Mountain a lot better.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they I don't know if they just built Space Mountain. I think it's newer. It was so much more gnarly than the one down in Anaheim, because that one's pretty old, you know.
Yeah, the one in Anaheim was like early Walt.
Yeah,
like early designs.
Yeah, for sure. And this one books it. You get launched. You're doing loops and stuff. There's a really cool part where you come up onto the top of a hill and you kind of pause for a second, and the screen shows 4 X-wings, and then they start to dive off in formation, and the coaster just drops. My fiance's making fun of me because I'm sitting in the coaster going, dun, 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 dun.
That's hilarious.
I couldn't help myself, man.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Yo, Aiden, what's up, my guy? Long time no see. So that's hilarious. That's great. I'm glad you're I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, it was a riot.
That's great.
I'm wiped.
Oh yeah. Vacation is exhausting. For anybody who's actually taken like a vacation where you're doing stuff and you're disconnected but connected, and it's exhausting when you get home and sleep in your own bed. You're like, I just want to live here for a couple days.
Yeah.
Just bring me food and drink.
Yeah. Yeah. We got home at 2:00 this morning, and I was only able to sleep until about 8, and I've been up since then.
Yeah. Yeah. That, I mean, I get it. I've done the full vacation, and you get home and you're like, I just want to sleep and take showers in my own shower and
vacation
from my vacation.
Yeah.
It's like a 9-hour forward, right? You guys, it was like 9 hours from, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I did this. What up, Riz? Oh, look at what we have here.
Look at I smell like anytime you smell trash, Daryl just starts creeping in. I gotta take a shower. My little trash panda.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so that's awesome. You're home. Great vacation. Welcome back. So we expect lots of content to be coming out of you once you fall back into the fold.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you got lots of ideas.
When I got home.
What'd you get?
So I picked up the Death Watch helmet, the Black Series Death Watch helmet. Yeah. Super stoked about that one. So I'll probably film an unboxing. Maybe not tonight. I should probably sleep because I have to work. But and then I have a large order from Order 66 Toys that I gotta get unboxed as well.
Well, yeah, this is today is something different. It's a little thing that I'm starting here on my channel. So basically I have been hunting for fun little artifacts across the stuff that's maybe coming out of date, or maybe stuff that might not be around so much. So like Slave 1 was like the first hunt. Went to a couple toy stores and got a couple things before they took all the Slave 1 stuff. I actually saw the Boba Fett starship at Target the other day.
What?
Yeah. And kind of just sunk my head and kept on walking and muttered, and that's not my Slave 1. So yeah, so I found a couple things. I found a couple, Cara Dune toys. I found a bunch of Boba Fett stuff. I found some shirts and funds and all that fun stuff. What's up, Arlena? Welcome to the party. Of course, Dara's here. Daryl's got some sweet new swag. I'm working on version 2.0. You guys will see more of it. If you're on his channel lately, you'll see some of the fun stuff. So yeah, I found some fun things across the internet. You know, some stuff I paid a little more for, some stuff I paid a little less for. But I came across an interesting piece of gear, and I invited Coach to come on. He's watching Batman right now, so when he's done watching Batman with the fam, if we're still up, he's going to come and hang out and give us his opinion. But I found a rather unique item in the world, and I didn't think it was for real. You see pictures, you're always like, oh, they just Photoshop in and trying to get people to bite, and did they not know what they had? That's always the other side of the coin. So I was like, all right, I'm going to put my bids out there. Right? I'm going to throw my line out there and see what we got. So, don't worry. Come on in if you get some time. If you're done with the movie, come on in and hang out. So yeah, did they not yeah, it's okay. EVN, welcome everybody. So we, I'm always on the hunt. I'm looking every day. I got my better half sitting there looking every day.
What you got to do, man? You got to scour.
Yeah, I'm starting this bounty hunting. I wasn't sure what to call it. I was like, do we go on like an artifact hunt? I wasn't sure what to call it, but bounty hunting seems appropriate. It's not just about people. Sometimes it's about objects, So, I found a 2000 and some odd. It was after Revenge of the Sith, and I found this little fun toy. It's just a battery operated old school lightsaber, nothing fancy, right? But the packaging is all funny. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, to you guys, that whose lightsaber does that look like to you guys, right? That's a anybody in the chat? Come on, guys, before we get crazy and I reveal what's going on here. Anybody? Know? Don't go blurting out the answer for the kid yet. Anybody? Come on, guys. This should be an easy one. Oh, okay. Padawanabe's on the hunt. I like it. All right. So this was labeled online as a Revenge of the Sith lightsaber. So number one, wrong, right? Qui-Gon was only in the first movie. So how did that happen?
Technically, he could also be in episode 2, you could say.
But not in episode 3, right?
Not in episode 3.
Right? So this was labeled online as Revenge of the Sith lightsaber.
Right.
And I was like, well, this just seems something's afoot. Are they just something's amiss here? What is it? Right? Arlena says it could be Maul. It's not Maul. It's a Qui-Gon lightsaber, right? So it's a Qui-Gon Jinn lightsaber. But it was labeled. I mean, what is going on there, guys?
So what I find super interesting about this, and I'm just going to point this out, is what's on the bottom right of that?
One more time. Look. It's green. Yeah, right. It's right. Right here. Are you talking about this little sentence right here?
On the bottom right. What's that label?
It says this one, Rubies. This is actually
no. I'm sorry. Maybe it's flipped. Bottom left, I guess.
This one?
Yes. Isn't that interesting?
Right.
So this was obviously released after the acquisition.
It must have been, yes.
So this would not have been one of the original releases, one of the 2005s.
Correct. So it seems like it might have been maybe the 2007 after the purchase, something like that. So yeah, this seems kind of funny. It's got all the, the Star Wars, Lucasfilm, all that fun stuff in the corner, Disney. It's, but even on the back, it says Mace Windu's lightsaber.
Right.
So they packaged the wrong stuff and the wrong stuff.
Now, do they have a date on it? Because usually on the bottom, on the back, they'll have.
Let's see. And see, this is why I wanted all my friends to come in and talk about this, because I don't know dick about this stuff. Right? I just see something wrong. I just figure, oh, this is awesome, right? This is something fun. Okay, so what's crazy
Should have
It
date
says
copy.
production date is January 2021,
There you go.
which makes it even more fun for me because how many of these are there out there is my number one question. Like, what dumb shit in a factory somewhere is putting Qui-Gon Jinn lightsabers in Mace Windu packaging? Number one,
You know where.
I know where, but so my question is about, like, I've scoured the internet,
Right.
right? Like, I scoured the internet looking, and I found the Mace Windu with the lightsaber, and I found the Qui-Gon with the right packaging, but I didn't find this combination, and I just found this to be a very fascinating thing.
So it happens for sure. I mean, it's been happening. It's been happening since, in fact, since late 70s. I saw one not too long ago that was it was supposed to be a Han in his vest, but it was packaged in a Hoth Han Kenner packaging. It's like $1,600 just because it was in the wrong package.
Yeah.
So these things occur for sure. The question is, what is it worth just because it's a mispackage?
I have something unique. I don't really like, I'm not looking to sell anything. I paid $15 for it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not really crying over spilled milk, right? I spend more than that on lunch sometimes. But I just think it's something I want on my wall is super out of the ordinary, right? I mean, if you're
the coolest thing about the NIST packages, it's fun because you're like, ooh, major corporation, gotcha,
suckers. You want it, mouse? Bring it to my house. I just think it's fun. I'm sure this stuff happens a lot. Like I said, I saw it and I was like, something is just amiss. So I'm like I said, I'm never gonna tear it open. It's gonna end up on my wall in the background somewhere, probably next to your and Fatal J's money back there when Kenobi finally drops. But that's pretty much the extent of it. I mean, unless somebody really's gotta have it.
Yeah.
Right. Unless you gotta have it. If you gotta have it, hit me up. But I just find it fascinating. I love misprints. I love things that are wrong, whether it's a letter here or a misprint there. I love that stuff. I think it's fun. Yeah, it's not about the monetary stuff. So yeah, I felt like this one, I got my Dio. Actually, I got several Dios. We're gonna do a fun little we have some fun
Dio chorus.
Beg your pardon?
A choir trio of Dios.
I actually have a quartet in the waiting, not counting my shelf space. We found them for ridiculously cheap, and I was like, cool, we're gonna do a series. It's gonna be fun. So we're gonna go out to the desert and go out to Red Rock and do some stuff with Dios, and maybe some of them make it back, maybe some of them don't. I don't know. We'll see. But
I don't know if they were designed for outdoor use. I'll be interested to see how that goes, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. That's why we have a whole bunch of them. So yeah, we're gonna do some stuff there, and that was kind of some of the first stuff. And I found some, like I said, some of the Slave One stuff. But this one just caught my eye, and I just couldn't. I was eager for Monday because I was like, oh, and I also got a Mandalorian Razor Crest Lego set.
What did that run you?
I actually got it for half price. So 160, what would have been 160 tax and all that fun stuff. It was like 159, I think, was the retail price. I got it for 80 out the door. So yeah, I'm gonna do the box is destroyed, but I'm gonna do a full build time lapse.
Nice.
And maybe also while doing the time lapse, I might do a live stream building it because I'm not the greatest at that. So I might need some of your guys' fun help. But yeah, I figured the Razor Crest is another toy that they're not going to make a lot of now that it's gone.
Yeah.
Unless he finds another one in a scrapyard somewhere, which would be, kind of cheesy.
I'm wondering if we're going to get Slave 2 for him. Have you seen that ship?
Yeah.
But ugly.
Super ugly. But
like Razor Crest was like the ugly dog, but it's so ugly that it's cute and you learn to love it. Like Slave 2 is just
it had a carbon freezing chamber in it. I mean, it was just that in itself made it like, oh, this is why it's so big. Cool. This is why it looks like a you know, an ice cream truck with wings. Like, okay, cool. You've got a carbonite freezing machine there. Cool. You're literally storing people by file, like a file cabinet here. Like, nope, don't want that.
Like sliders, like a shower curtain.
Yeah, like they're on hangers. Like, nope, not that. Nope, not that one. Nope. Like, okay, cool. You're literally. That's why it's so big. Cool. So, yeah, so I'm super pumped to do this kind of stuff. That's going to be the second episode of the bounty hunting is going to be us putting together our fun toys and, you know, maybe hang them up in the corner with some string and put them up and let them fly and maybe build some aerial scenes out of them and have some fun. But yeah, that's our second fun thing we found, same day pickup. So yeah, and like I said, I got it for half price. The box is destroyed, but all the pieces are there. So,
dude, I have to say, a lot of people think like, oh my god, like you're a Lego collector. That's not real Star Wars, dude. That stuff is so ridiculously expensive. It's insane. So like,
bro, I got access.
Richmond has an entire children's college fund just in like his office.
Yeah, I mean, I've got right now. There's more auctions for the several AT-ATs. The new Falcon, not the old Falcon piece, not the super expensive one, but the newer release Falcon.
7,542 pieces.
Yep, that one. There's a couple of those I see on a regular basis. So I mean, I've thought about picking some of this stuff up and seeing if anybody out in our community wants it for what I pay for it, because obviously I'm getting it for a fraction.
Right.
Because I'm hunting. That's really it. I mean, I'm checking out toy stores because there are some toys I want that I'm not afraid to pay actual retail price. You know, I want one of those Kenner R2s in really good shape. You know,
card back or loose?
Either way. I don't mind putting it on the shelf, but if I could find it in package, that's even doper. But yeah, hard as hell. Yeah, that's some serious out there. But like I said, there's some stuff I feel like is not going to be around forever, and I'm kind of eager to I haven't put a Lego set together in years.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to have to break the directions in it, you know, like every piece, like especially with this stuff now, you have to
book and everything. Yeah. A lot of them have like spiral bound books now, you know.
So yeah, it's not like it used to be where you're like, I could figure this out. Now it's like 7,483 pieces. So yeah, that's
gonna consult the user's manual on that one.
Yeah, those are. I mean, I'll put IKEA stuff together, no problem. But Lego is actually harder to put together than furniture these days. So
they had a Lego store at Disney Paris. That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, I had the money there, and there were so many things that I wanted to buy, especially because they're in the Lego store. But the prices,
yeah,
especially with the conversion too, it just wasn't worth it.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it was going to be a purple hilt in this also. I was hoping that they really messed up this lightsaber. I was like, oh, that would have been so dope if they'd have like super screwed this thing up. But
well, that's a double whammy in the manufacturing process. Now you screwed up production and you screwed up packaging.
And that's like, that almost seems like that's somebody having a good time. Like, oh, let's put one purple in the Qui-Gons and then put it in the Mace Windu box. Right? Like that's... So
his day, he was quitting that day.
Yeah, he's like, screw you guys. My dad just hit the lottery. I'm out of here. He's sending for me. I'm getting in a box today. So yeah, so let's go through some of these. Yeah, the crest is going to be cool. I haven't, like I said, I haven't built anything that big in a super long time. So that's going to be our episode 2 of our bounty hunting or boundary hunting.
Boundary hunting.
Boundary huntries. Yeah, it's going to be a big build. I'm not sure how many hours it's going to take. I might have to do it in a couple sittings. I have no idea.
Don't be a Nancy.
I have no idea. It's going to be fun though. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah. Yeah. Slave One, honestly, those sounds were some of the early sounds of my
1 second, I'll be right back.
Yeah, go dude. So we'll bring dude back in a second. So let's see. Welcome. I have not seen you here. Welcome to the party. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Welcome being new. All right, let's see. X-Wing is hanging about. He'll be right back. Let's see. Yeah, Lego is its own culture at this point. Lego has created some just amazing toys now. Like the things you can do with Lego, even the robotic stuff is just out of control now. All right, so let's see, Padawan be. Uh, yeah, I got a couple of Cara Dune figures. I didn't know they came in a set of two, but I got a set of two, and so I'm pretty pumped about that. They're still in package. Which is pretty awesome. So, Bonnie Christie, you should have a community Holy Grail list and see what we can. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. We might have to do that in the Discord and go ahead and thrift shop and see what you find and see what you're looking for, because that's kind of the whole reason I'm bounty hunting, right? I'm looking for specific stuff that just catches my eye. Again, weird stuff, or stuff that I can use, right? I'm looking to make a fan fiction here, and so I'm gonna end up buying probably an entire Mandalorian suit, like probably the Mandalorian Din Djarin's complete armor. Is probably what I'm going to end up buying in the end. So, and then
I'd
probably
really like to have one of those.
I mean, I'm probably going to spend a buttload of coin on it.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to shoot this feature, this fan fiction, and I'm going to pull all of my favors and cash in all of the chips I've earned over the years, then I want it to be legit. And so if I'm going to pay for one big thing, I want it to be for actors and for costume.
Wait, what did Padawan say? I would do some Fear Factor type stuff for a Cara Dune figure.
Yeah, that is what he said. Let me get back to that. Hold on. Where was it, Padawan?
What kind of Fear Factor stuff? This could make for a good show.
Hold on. Like,
what you do for two?
His is definitely more pristine, but what are we talking about here? Like I said, and that's the kind of stuff I'm looking to get my hands on. I'm looking to get my hands on stuff that we read. If you're looking for something, hit me up. I'm always down to help you guys. I feel a 12-hour live stream putting together Legos. That could very well be true. I might have to do that when I have a couple days off. Yeah, I do have a few duplicates of the Cara Dune also. Oh, that's cool. That'll be a lot of fun.
That'd be really cool. Yeah, they have the Black Series prototype.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the carbonized one. Oh my god, I threw it too far. I'm not gonna go pick it back up. Yeah, it's the shiny one.
Yeah. So that's kind of the whole point of bounty hunting for me, is to find stuff that isn't necessarily, out there, or, mistakes. I like mistakes. I think they're fun. So yeah, if you guys are looking for anything, hit me up. Like I said, I'm always on the hunt daily. I mean, I think there's a record right now from the 80s that's a bunch of the Star Wars themes and then some stuff from Space Odyssey. It's like the two sides. So one side is Star Wars and one side is Space Odyssey. I was like, well, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm always looking. So if you're looking for some stuff, let me know. Yeah, don't we all got to stop spending money? That's my whole mantra now, is like, oh, you're spending money on toys.
It never ends for me.
I mean, I could see that on your wall behind you.
Yeah, I got a message when I was in France, and it was like, hey, we got your order 66 toys order ready to go. That'll be $250. I'm like, I forgot I did that. Had to split a couple hairs, but we made it happen. So it should be here shortly.
Yeah. I've done that a few times where you forget what you ordered and then the receipt comes through and you're like, oh yeah.
Such a good Friday sale. They had so many clones, and like it can be really tough to get, 3.75 clones right now. So I was just like, claim it. And then the problem is, since you don't pay attention, I don't pay attention. You get to the end of the night and you're like,
oops.
Yeah. Go back now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to have a good time with it. I'm trying not to get overzealous, but yeah, let's see. I have the same Anakin figure too. Never tell her same one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and that's probably what I'm going to end up spending. A majority of my collectibles will probably be lightsabers and from different companies just to check out everything and see. I mean, you've got a plethora of sabers.
A couple.
Yeah, just handfuls.
My fiance's in the other room.
Shh. Very quiet. So yeah, and that's. I mean, it's tough because not everybody's looking for the same stuff. Some people want super vintage, only vintage stuff. Some people, only want the newer stuff. I really don't care. I'm having a good time with all of it. I haven't collected this much in years, so looking for all this stuff daily and just trying to keep up. Because there's a lot of sources that you can go to find a lot of this stuff. And some people want like top dollar for everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why it pays definitely, and also cross-reference everything. Cross-reference absolutely everything.
Well, and price cross everything too. Checking different platforms.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Just make sure you check a couple different websites.
Yeah, and like Mercari's been nice to kind of compare 4 or 5 different sellers and see what the going average price is for it, so you're not getting too bamboozled. So that's kind of nice. Did I see? I did not. I will have to check that out. You know what he's talking about?
Taylor Home Studio. I don't. Nope.
Yeah, I don't either. I will have to check it out though. Pop culture swap meets are great.
I would go for that, man. Did I ever tell you what happened with my Millennium Falcon model?
No.
So it was an awesome story, and this is why stuff like this is really good, like the pop culture swap meets. I was bidding on the 1984 Millennium Falcon model, which is a pretty good size. It's kind of hard to do it on camera, but imagine about yay big. Pretty good size. And I had put, I think, $40 in on the bid, won it, and I'm like, oh man, we're good to go. Like, I won it. Great. Cancels the order. Like, what the hell is going on? So I waited. I yelled at him a couple times. I'm not going to lie. Yelled at him on the internet. Turns out the guy lived like 4 blocks away from me. And so he just canceled the order. We met up in the parking lot and he gave me the model for $40, no shipping. So
nice.
That was cool. I think there's a surprising amount of people who absolutely love Star Wars that probably live a lot closer to you than you think.
Well, yeah. And that's kind of what it's funny because the places that I go to find Star Wars stuff, a lot of people don't go to find Star Wars stuff, which is great because a lot of the stuff I'm finding at a quarter price, half price, depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for perfection, it's always a crapshoot. But if you're just looking for specific stuff,
specificity,
it's nice to just keep looking because things pop up. Different stuff pops up all the time. Everything from silly little blankets to weird, silly, misprinted artifacts like this that are just, I laugh at it every time I see it, which makes me want to keep it forever because every time I look at it, I just giggle. I don't know why. To me, it is just hilarious to see something just a blatant mispackage. And I hope that this is like one of the few that made it out of the net, but it would be even more entertaining to see like a million of these out in the world because that would be like a real like pie to the face to the mouse.
Yeah. And that one's a pretty egregious one.
Yeah, it's funny. It's really funny because you look up the actual saber and you're like, oh, well, they got it right somewhere. Is there a batch of them out there? Is like a box that got let through the net or accidentally? So
there were high detail figures made from Rebels. They did the Saga. It was like a Legend Saga collection or something. I think they were on the bubble card backs. Kind of like I'm not going to pull it off the wall right now. But yeah, I don't know about high detail, but yes, there were figures made.
Bootlegs can be some of the most gratifying. That's I guess this is not my first, but like my little Bad Batch guys.
Oh yeah.
My little bootleg Bad Batch guys, like they're just so fun, and I got a buttload of these. Like we picked up a batch for stupid cheap, so it was entertaining. I got like 8 sets of that. So yeah, bootlegs for me are fun. Misprints are fun. You know, these things are just it's just fun.
Oh, here you go, right here. They did a Black Series line? I didn't even know that.
For whom?
For Rebels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did 6-inchers. There's an Ezra. See, this is how much like Rebel stuff I collect. There's an Ezra. There's an Ahsoka. It is the Rebels Ahsoka.
Share it, bro.
Harris and Dula. It's all on Amazon. They're $40, $30, $30.
What's up, Star Wars Theology? Welcome.
Yo, what's up, brother? So yeah,
I mean,
that was a line that was made. I haven't collected any. It's not really one that interests me as much, but yes, they are.
well, yeah, and I am looking forward to I'm looking forward to the stuff that's coming. I'm looking forward to the merch they're going to put out after the next couple years.
Hasbro better get it together, man.
I mean, think about the Luke Skywalker stuff they just released, right? Like that stuff is fire. Those figurines are fire.
Yeah, I spent the money on the sideshow. I'm excited for that to get here, but I don't think it even comes until the end of this year. I'm sorry, end of next year.
Yeah, I have to look at it. I haven't seen the Black Series stuff from Rebels, so I got to look at it.
Here, I'll pull it up right now. That's not what Amazon looks like. Did I get a bootleg Amazon? What is happening? Here we go. Oh my God, that is atrocious. Okay, hold on. Let me share this with you. Ooh, baby.
Yeah, George Lucas Stormtrooper. So yeah, there's a lot of fun. They're having a lot of fun with toys right now. All right, let's get this in here.
That is.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
Oh.
Actually, I feel like that's my face on Ezra's body. Like, is that one of those face mesh apps? Is that what's happening right now?
Somebody screen grab this and then just put Obsession's face right.
Like, holy crap. You know what I would like them to do, though? To be honest, I want them to make an Ezra Bridger early years lightsaber. Like, that would be one that I would definitely buy.
I want to say the Pox store is doing it. I'm not 1,000% on that, but I think the Pox store might be doing one of those.
Yeah, I think that would be. I mean, why if they're going to continue with Ezra and Thrawn and all that, why they're not releasing Ezra's lightsaber at this point seems kind of, because there's a lot of people that are really behind that series as a whole.
Yeah.
And so it seems like it would be, it would just be cool to have.
Somebody dropped a Kanan, I think, in the collectibles in the community not too long ago. The second sister one that the Pox store makes is actually really gorgeous.
Yeah, those I think that they're wasting money not releasing those at Galaxy's Edge also. Right? Like
I think manufacturing costs would be too high for them for it to be marketable. Then again, people buy stupid stuff all the time.
And again, dude, I buy stupid things all the time.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, just all the time. Those Ahsoka lightsabers are not very close to scale, and I still want them. So, I mean, yeah, it would be. I mean, they did the Darksaber. Well,
I've heard nothing but complaints about the volume on that thing.
It is loud.
Mm-hmm.
It is loud, and it's got an auto shutoff feature that I'm not really cool on.
There's an auto shutoff? Dude, if you want an Ezra, holy cow, look at this.
Right, like
not a bad deal here.
The volume's not that bad. I mean, it's loud, but it's not like egregious. But if you just leave it here or like in the background, it will turn off.
Interesting.
We'll leave it right there.
Yeah, I don't like it. I display so many of my sabers with the sound off.
Yeah, I don't think the Galaxy's Edge ones, the sound off turns. I don't think the sound turns off.
Oh, really? Well, I'd only get them for the hilts anyways. Those would just be display hilts, because even buying one with like a crappy soundboard in it is still going to cost you like $350.
Oh, there you go. That's cool.
So look at how much that thing is. $40.
And that's one of the cheap
Yep.
little like this one. Yeah.
It's battery operated apparently.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
4. Yeah, it's a little rich for my taste.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome, metallic and heavy.
Right.
Like the dark saber and like the Luke saber and all of those.
That's who it was, Matt Cave. It was Vire sabers. It wasn't the Pox store. It was Vire. I'm on those daily.
I think it would be really cool to do Ezra series because Ezra's weren't traditionally looking sabers, right? Like they were very, very scrap, very unpolished because they were, lightsabers were banished at this point.
Yeah.
And so his were so, a DIY, so to speak.
Yeah.
You didn't have a drawer full of stuff to build it off of like all the other Jedi of the day, even Kanan.
That should have been called the Scrapper, not the yellow one who shall not be named. You just changed do you have a Profi? Is it a Profi or is it just a normal soundboard? Because if it's a normal soundboard, you just hold it until it beeps once or flashes once. And then a very nice Asian lady will say, "Those hound." Or no, she says, "Softest sound, loudest sound." And then if you do it again, it'll cycle through those with one click each time until you don't hear anything. And then when you turn it on, you have to do it when it's off, when it's not ignited.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Softest sound.
I mean, even lightsaber stuff, if I can find cool stuff that I like, I'm going to keep on it. I'm going to grab it. It doesn't really matter. I mean, the Ahsoka sabers are like $1,100. I'm not going that far. Right. I have a limit to what I will spend on my toys.
Yeah.
And that is just obscene. I mean, there's some up there for like 16, $2,000 for those Ahsoka sabers.
That's insane. My Profi NeoPixel altogether, just because the hilt's not like anything crazy and it's not a movie replica. I think I paid like $220 for it, and it's Profi NeoPixel.
It just shut off.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, that doesn't really matter to me because at the end of the day, we're probably going to end up wrapping that blade in blue or green tape. Well, VFX. That's a large part of my fan fiction. So I haven't figured out if I'm going to tar Vizsla or pre. I'm not going to sure if I was going to pre-Vizsla that shit and just put it sticking out of the back.
Right.
Or if it's going to be Kanan style where it's kind of behind him on his hip. I haven't really figured it out yet. Because you don't really see him carrying it so much out of his hands.
I'm a sucker for the on the hip. That the Covertech clip is just such a classic way to carry a saber. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. I haven't figured out, and I don't know if that's what the little tab on the dark saber is for, is to put it in the armor.
Yeah, it could be, but it wouldn't be ignited.
No. I mean, and it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be. I bought that more for legit prop use than I did for wall art. I wanted something heavy and sturdy as a prop.
Well, the hilt is gorgeous.
The hilt is heavy as shit to be. I could club somebody in the head with that and hurt them very much.
There you go.
It is heavy. So yeah, let's see what. Yeah, I heard it try.
Oh, that's for the LGT sabers, and I did it, and it works. I'm an idiot. You're welcome. For all your saber needs.
Sometimes you just need a little. I go to YouTube for random stuff to tell me how to do stuff. Yeah, see, and that would be fun too. I mean, I could see. Come on, as a little kid, wouldn't you hit your best friend with a lightsaber?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a Nerf. I mean, I smack them with the sabers we had anyway.
Helicopter parents, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that helicopter parents. What a great line to get into, because I guess it doesn't fly in the air, right? Nerf is kind of stuff that flies and projects.
No, I mean they had the guy. I remember a Nerf sword from back in the day. There was definitely a Nerf sword. I remember that.
I mean, yeah, I don't see why not. I think it would be a lot of fun. I know grown men that would buy them to beat the crap out of each other. So
to be completely honest with you, Obsession, the blades that we were using during the fencing tournament inside the castle, they weren't Nerf blades, but they were a nylon composite. So
wow.
there you go. They had full metal hilts with a tang and everything and cross guards. Like it felt right in the hands, but it was a nylon blade. So if you stuck somebody, it flexed instead of like, going
Pierced
their arm like my brother did. He cut my bicep just about in half, and I cut his thumb off. So
this is at the tournament?
No, this was a while back. Yeah.
Oh, this is his children.
We've figured out how to do things safely now. We weren't children, but yeah, it's a lot safer now.
What's up? That's awesome.
I was not going to mail those out when I was over there. Sorry. Yeah, it was my brother's wedding. I will get with you guys as soon as I can about the hats.
Let's see. Yeah. That's cool that you guys got to do the whole dueling, jousting. Did you joust?
No jousting. There were no horses involved. No. Castles are they're not as big as you might think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you use that as an arm blade also?
I guess.
I have not heard that, but that's cool.
I haven't even thought about that. I mean, why couldn't they hook activation to his gauntlet, right? I mean, it's Mandalorian. They hook everything. They can hook everything up to their gauntlet.
Yeah.
So yeah.
38 is killer, bud. I mean, $80 and you get a saber with sound and color change. Flash on clash, hard to beat.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I can say about the Galaxy's Edge sabers is that they have a limited soundboard for sure.
Yeah,
they look nice.
They have an atrocious electronics package. It's awful.
Yeah, it really is. And honestly, the Galaxy's Edge stuff, I'm buying those, like you said, more for the hilts than the blades.
Hilts are gorgeous.
The hilts are gorgeous. And honestly, like I have the blades for when I want to play with them.
Right.
It is fun to just blow off some steam, swinging this thing until it flies out of the saber. And then you're like, okay, I'm done for the day. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's the only reason I got myself the size blade that I did was just because I wanted to be able to handle the saber. And then if I get other ones, I can check those out too. But
yep,
the dark saber is tough because it's so heavy that it's honestly tough to maneuver with that particular hilt. I feel Luke's is a lot easier to handle, but the dark saber, it's just
thing is atrocious to try to handle.
Yeah,
like you could call this Anakin's, but
yeah,
I mean, imagine fighting with this thing. Like it just seems extremely difficult to fight with it.
Yeah, and that's kind of this fits like the palm of your hand,
right?
Perfectly. If this was the smaller top, it would be better because I have little midget hands. But I feel like I can handle this better than probably that because this has this section that's really easy to grip.
Yeah.
But they're nice, man. They are really, really, really nice.
Spyro. I know it's not a Star Wars thing, but I live in a city with a castle and they have jousting in full armor like knights every Christmas last year. Got canceled because of COVID.
Yeah, it seems like the
coup strikes again.
Yeah, it seems like things are going better. We'll see. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully things can cool out and we can start
drop my name in the hat over there. I'm very experienced horseback, but I've never jousted. I would love to do that. I've definitely been in full plate armor and gone at it with steel in full plate armor, but I've never been on horseback in plate armor. That could be fun.
Yeah, that shit hurts when you get smacked off a horse. Just falling off. I've never fallen off a horse in all the years that I rode.
Yeah.
And I never got kicked off a horse, but I watched a lot of people fall off of horses and it did not look fun.
Yeah.
So getting hit off of a horse sounds even worse. Can you have pillows in behind, like in between the armor so that when you hit the ground, it's not like
you wear a gambesson?
Eco my. What's up, Charlie?
Charlie.
We were talking about lightsabers, and Charlie's ears started to wiggle. He's like, "Lightsabers?
Spidey senses went off.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's fun. I don't see a lot of Qui-Gon artifacts. That's kind of one of the reasons that I saw this and kind of jumped, because you don't see a lot of Qui-Gon artifacts out in the world.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, that was in Clone Wars. I'm like, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, I mean, you got to figure they're weighty, you know. They're weighty. They're weighty. They're weighty.
And the blade weighs nothing. It's an extremely unwieldy tool.
A more civilized weapon. So yeah, man. Well, welcome back. I'm glad you're home safe from your European tour. It seems like you hit how many countries did you hit? 4 or 5?
3.
Just the 3. How was the train? The train was fun?
Train was fun. It was fun until it wasn't. It was awesome because we left Paris and the first train ride was super awesome. Obviously, those Euro trains are great. Second one we hit was a 4-hour train ride, which was going to be terrible because they had shut down the bar car and the cafe car. So you're basically just sitting in a chair. Well, the train was completely empty. So the lady and I got our own section with a table and everything. And halfway through, they opened up the bar cart. We got some wine. Super great. 4 hours. We get on the next train. It is sardine packed so badly that you actually had to hold on to the top railing. Luckily, I found a seat for Mrs. X-Wing, and we were packed shoulder to shoulder in the aisle, like hanging on for an hour and a half. Just like, God, kill me, please. Let the train derail. I don't want to be on here anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's a different way over there. Sometimes,
100%.
sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. A colleague of mine just gave me an amazing gift artifact. He used to work at the theater. Oh, that's fun. People who work in the theater get access to some really fun, all kinds of stuff, from cutouts to posters to all kinds of fun stuff. Film reel. Oh, that's fun.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Sweet piece of memorabilia.
Hell yeah. Those are awesome.
My musk. I showered.
There's nothing like your own shower in your own bed when you get home.
This is true.
And the speed train was cool.
Yeah, dude, that thing was doing like 220 miles an hour. It's ridiculous how fast those things go.
That sounds awesome. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited you're back. I'm sure it was painful to have to watch everything and not be involved, including your channel stuff, watching Mom take over. We had a lot of fun with that, by the way.
Yeah, that was cool. I rewatched a couple of the streams. You definitely you got some words in here and there.
Yeah, a few.
The morning I woke up after the first council, I was like, I turned to my fiance. I'm like, look, I bet you if I click on anywhere in the stream, we're gonna see Obsession talking. She's like, that. I'm like, yeah, check it out.
It was a weighted union conversation. That shit's still not over, unfortunately.
That's your wheelhouse, though. I mean, that was like, it couldn't have happened at a better time because this is your.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm getting a lot of emails and insight and all that fun stuff for this atrocity. But yeah, I mean, it's not over. We're going to be hearing more stuff about that in about a week or so and see, what happens in that realm. But until that happens, I'm going to leave it on the burner and let it stew and let it brew and let it gain flavor, because it's gaining flavor. And I'm hoping I'm going to try to get some people. I'm trying to use the 7 degrees of separation, the Kevin Bacon rules, to maybe get. I'm trying. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm trying to use the 7 degrees to maybe get somebody, if the strike does happen, from a Disney show to just come in. I don't want to get politics about it, and I don't want to get what they're upset about. I just want to talk to the people that are actually walking and just say, hey, what'd you walk off from? Like, this is big, you know, and I don't know if anybody's going to be as vocal as I am about what they're seeing out there, but um, I'm actually trying not to blame Disney so much.
Right.
Because everybody who I hear from that works for them says they're awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to really shit on Disney. I'm more trying to shit on Netflix.
They could definitely be under contract.
Yeah, I mean, Disney is absolutely under contracts, but I'm trying to shit on Disney mainly because they made $815 million on the Squid Games alone.
God, that show was good.
Dude, twisted and evil in so many ways.
I was a big fan. Big fan.
You liked it?
Felt like, yeah, it felt like old Hollywood to me, like a good story. They did.
And what do you think of the old man not having locks on his shackles?
Well, don't ruin anything for anybody.
I haven't seen it. I just read an article.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, my woman's not really too into hip to it, at least the first 5 minutes of it. And so I'm gonna
it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
It's good to be back. And I missed you too, buddy.
Yeah, dude. The community missed you. It was
I missed the community, dude.
Yeah, everybody, the chat was quiet, and everybody was a lot of crickets going on in your Discord. Everybody was and now you're back and everybody's just talking.
It was tough because I was trying to be engaged with the community, but obviously it's 3:00 in the morning when everybody's up here. And, I tried where I could, but
yeah. Well, I mean, that's, I did that midnight stream the other night and I'm like, oh, you're actually awake. What are you doing? You must be walking around somewhere.
Yeah.
So I figured you in the European contingent, our friend Blue in the UK, and the Spike and the Sea Captain in the Germany would be on in Germany.
Yeah, I had tried to do a little bit here and there, but the live stream wasn't really working on the mobile. I'll figure that out at some point, but I figured it would be better to just leave it be, let the forces that be hang out here in the States and await the return of the tournament champion.
Yeah. Yeah, Spyro, that's what I had a really hard time with, to be honest. I watched the first 5 minutes of it and it really, really tweaked my melon at how bad the VO stuff was. I'm almost more inclined to watch it in Korean with English subtitles.
Yeah.
Just because that really tweaked my bubble. I had to close my eyes and just listen after a while because it was so off. I was just like, oh my God, stop.
I skipped the whole first episode.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I only watched from 2 on, and I feel like I didn't really miss anything.
Okay. Well, yeah, then I'll have to check. I'll have to give it another whirl because I didn't no, X-Wing has seen it. I have not. X-Wing watched the whole shabizzle.
Yeah.
I have not. I only watched the first couple minutes, and it was really the intro.
Easy.
Like, why did you take our wallets? Why did you take my cell phone? And that whole like
that
was it for me. Braden did a good job. Yeah, we were pumped that Mom came and hung out, and it was fun at the end because we were always like, okay, and we're done. Is Mom gonna kick us off yet? It's just keep silent. Is there? So it was a lot of fun, man. No, I didn't see it, but he did. So if you guys want to talk about it,
like 2 days before I left, I binged like the whole thing.
Did you do a lot of watching on the trip?
Dude, I got in on my history on the plane rides because I had a lot of time. I watched a bunch of history stuff. I'm big time into history. So,
all right, let's see.
Anything anybody wants to talk about is basically what I'm trying to say.
Well, I mean, that's good. I mean, that taking time away from this is never a bad idea. It brings you back re-energized. You don't want to get burnt out on something that you enjoy. So, so yeah, I mean, decompressing and detaching is always a good way to recharge the batteries for something you've been, actually working at. It's not just a hobby right now. You're putting in a lot of hours. You're putting in a lot of work. Yeah, the dubbing was tough. The dubbing was tough for me. Did you get the new Ronin book?
No.
Are you gonna read it or anything? Audiobook it?
Maybe.
You not into it?
I just kind of think I was pretty stoked on that, and I like it in small bits. I don't know that I'm ready for like a full length Japanese interpretation. And that might sound weird to some people, or somebody's going to be xenophobic or something like that, but that's not what it's not what I meant. I'm so hyped for what's coming. I'm just kind of, I have, my focus is there and collecting right now. That's just kind of where my heart's at. And so I'm just kind of sticking with that.
Yeah, I got a couple copies. I downloaded the audiobook, and I'm restarting Plagueis.
Nice.
After they made their, we'll talk about that tomorrow, I'm sure. After the Plagueis announcement and some artwork of some kind. I didn't really get into it, but I'm sure I'll find
it. What?
They're introducing Plagueis to canon. So there was a piece of artwork that showed a hooded figure.
Plagueis was already canon.
They put, I'll leave it for tomorrow. But basically they brought out what almost looked like a red cloak with the red eyes, and then completely blacked out, so you don't really see the face or anything behind a Palpatine. So I don't know if that's, maybe they're going to do something with him either in live action.
Can you pull it up? Can you pull it up? Because Plagueis. Oh, were you saying like Sith eyes?
Yeah, Sith eyes.
Oh, okay. For some reason my brain took it as like Cad Bane eyes. I'm like, that's not what Plagueis looked like. He's immune.
Let's see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, no, it was Sith eyes.
Okay, the cover of one of the new books has his silhouette, so it's the first time his likeness is in canon. Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's more of what it was.
Yeah, even though the Plagueis book was decanonized, have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Right.
Yeah, that's like.
But they actually used his likeness, and I'll try to find it for tomorrow so we can talk about it on Boomer with the guys.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to get into it today. But it seems like an interesting thing. There's some news out in the world right now about just about fun stuff that could be coming in the horizon, and we don't know when they could introduce this stuff. So it's just something else that came up. But
what bearing it has on the universe.
Yeah, I mean, people have always been wanting that rated R Star Wars content. What better book to base that off of than a bloody
or a Solo movie? And I say that funny, actually, because in my brain I was thinking, why would you give us Solo, which nobody asked for, and give us Plagueis that everybody's asking for?
Right. So hopefully they're using his likeness, but we'll get into that. I'll have some more reference stuff for that tomorrow. But it was the Sith. There we go. The Secret of the Sith book is where.
Oh yeah. I remember that coming out. Yeah.
Because they just released that one, right? The Secrets of the Sith, or the.
Yeah, it's from like Palpatine's point of view. It's like his journal, like that book series in the gold thing back there where Luke had his journal. Yeah.
So there's some of that stuff that came out while you were gone, that we can discuss, but I'll leave that for tomorrow. But yeah, dude, welcome back. It was fun to get you out here and get you freshened back up, get you almost like a warm-up game, so to speak, a little wiffle ball, if you will, to get you back in the saddle and make sure everything's still working the way it's supposed to, and you're firing on all cylinders. So yeah, dude, so welcome back again. Let's everybody give our friend a nice round of applause for making it back from his very tiring vacation. And yeah, dude, any final words before we jump on out of here?
See you tomorrow.
Sweet, right on. Yeah. Is it just me, you? Is it me, you, Matt, and Hawks?
Yes, that is the council.
We getting the full band together?
Yes, sir.
Sweet. All right. Well, then tomorrow at 6, is that what we're doing?
Hoping for it. Yeah, it's my first day back at work. So if he works me till like 9 o'clock at night, don't be surprised.
That's fine. We'll wait up. We'll leave the light on for you. We'll wait up. But yeah, if let us know what time tomorrow. I'm sure all the kids will see the announcement in all the fun usual suspects and places. And yeah, guys, I hope everybody has a great day. It's what, Tuesday, I think it is, based on the calendar.
I have no idea where I am.
It is Tuesday because
tomorrow's Boomer. There you go.
Tomorrow's Boomer, so it's Wednesday automatically. So yeah, everybody be sure to have yourself a great night. This was fun. We're going to try to do more of these bounty hunting things. We'll try to bring Coach on because he's another resident expert of the collectible domain, and I don't spend a lot of time there. So it's always fun to get these guys' perspective on the things that we're picking up. So yeah, I appreciate you being here, welcoming you back to the streaming area and the arena that we call YouTube. And anybody else want to say anything on the way out? Okay, bye everybody. If you haven't, get down there and do this fun stuff. Like, subscribe, share, show your friends the fun stuff we're doing. Get down there. X-Wing is like 52 people away from getting that 1,000 subscribers. So tell all your friends, bring them on by. You know you're going to want to see this stuff. And we'll get them there here shortly. So everybody,